Minasan konbanwa. Welcome to another episode of Need to Need Japanese with me, St. P. So what are we doing tonight? We going to CoCo's. Why? Well, I was talking with a friend and we were trying to say, what's your favorite food? I don't know, what's your favorite food? All right, ready? Same time. Ready, set. Boom, sushi and curry. So it's a tie. Tonight we're gonna go to CoCo's. Why? Because it's amazing. Now, I don't try to deny that it's amazing. It absolutely is. I remember when I first got to Japan, it was one of the first things someone said, hey man, we gotta go to CoCo's. It's amazing. It's really not that great of a curry, but it is addicting. So I think that someone's making curry back there, like someone made those Powerpuff Girls. Put a little sugar, a little bit of spice, and everything nice. Like there's some kind of Mojo Jojo back there. Ho 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 ho, Mojo Jojo. Making these recipes because they are freaking addicting. But yeah, a lot of people go there, and there's actually a lot of them in Japan, but there's also some in America now, which I get excited about when I went back there. But there's one on a base in America too, but it's a CoCo's bakery. I think someone messed up. The Marines were like, "We need CoCo's. It's amazing." When they came back to the States, and then they said, "Okay," they found CoCo's. It was the wrong one. But anyways, I think that it's practical for you to learn how to order things in Japanese, and where's the most likely place that you're going to end up is honestly probably CoCo's. Okay, I suggest you use these same things I teach you tonight to go to a sushi place because it's also amazing. Use it to go to a ramen place, wherever you're going to go. They're the same idea, but I'm going to get to the specifics of ordering some CoCo's in Japanese. So we are entering the restaurant, and everyone's saying, "What? Irashaimase." What is that? Everyone starts yelling at you when you walk into a restaurant in Japan. Irashaimase. Okay. Well, it's like a welcome into a restaurant, right? So everyone's gonna say, then all they're saying is, "Welcome here. Welcome to this restaurant. We see you're there." They're very polite here, right? And that's why I love being here. So first step, how many people? Because you want to tell them if you're one person by yourself, and if you are, I'm sorry, I've been there too, man. If you're two people on a date, maybe you and a buddy, three people, four people, five people, well, then you got a full car. So I'm guessing it's probably be five or less. But we'll go through. First thing to get in there and tell how many people are in your party. So we have one, two, three. I guess what? We'll just do three because I want to write it to the right of it. So this one's going to be Hitori. Hitori desu. And everything. You say des after, which means is. Like, watashi wa kori desu. If it's hot, atsui is hot. Atsui desu. If it's cold, samui desu. The plain form of that, which is used if you're talking to friends. You definitely don't want to use it to somebody you don't know. Under certain circumstances, yes. If it's like an informal setting, you can say da, atsui da, samui da. But I would just recommend saying des. And do you pronounce the u at the end? You can. It's just a little extra level of formality. Atsui desu, hitori desu. But you can just say des, right? Then two is futari desu. Two people. Fufu desu. That's a couple, right? But it would be weird to say, fufu desu. We're a couple. You just say futari desu. Two people. And this one is going to be san nin. San nin desu. Okay, so now they know how many people are in your party. Which, you know what? They probably could see two people walking in and just guess that you're together. Who knows? But you come in and you say, futari desu. What's next? Well, I'll give you a second to write that down. But what's next? Well, we want to know, are we gonna eat in the store or are we gonna get takeout? Because sometimes I get that CoCo's curry for takeout. I'm sitting back, I'm watching some TV, some good Shinya Shokudo, or that new Dahmer season. That is gross. All right, but it's also interesting. All right, so we know it's futari desu. Now we want to be able to say, are we gonna take it to go or are we eating in the store? So, in the store first, right? That's gonna be tenai. I'll write it here. In the store. You're going to be eating in the shop, in the store. And literally it's te, the shop, and nai, which is inside. Inside. I mean, the kanji kind of looks, I think that's the right one for it. Kind of looks like that, which means within. All right. But what if you're going to take it with you, right? So once again, futari desu, tenai desu. I want to take it with me. So we say to go. This is kind of interesting. To go what? I think the Japanese version is a little bit more descriptive of the actual action, right? Because if you say to go, like what's to go? Well, the food. What are you gonna do with it? You're gonna take it and go. Take it and return. So that is sometimes o, mochi, kaeri. And mochi is a part of mochimasu or motsu, which is to have or to hold, right? And then kaeri is a conjugate or a different form of the verb kaerimasu, which is to return, or kaeru, to return. So you're literally saying, I'm going to take it and I'm going to return. Sorry about my dehumidifier over there. Is what it is. So once again, we're coming in. I'm on the date. Futari desu. And then we're going to eat, or we're going to take that date back home, or we're going to watch some Shinya Shokudo. Not the most interesting TV show, but it's all right. We're going to have fun. All right. Tenai desu, or, and always, just like before, desu. Mochi kairi desu. I want to get it to go. So now, we said how many people are there. We said we're going to eat in the store, or we're going to take it to go. Now let's say we're sitting at a table, right? What happens when you're sitting at a table in America, right? Which I find really annoying. Um, you have to wait for the waiter. You're ready to order. Raising your hand. I'm over here. I'm over here. Well, Japan has got stuff figured out. Let me tell you what. They have a button. Bing, bing. And they're ready. Because how many times are you sitting there eating your food? You got a mouthful of food. When they say, hey, is everything going okay? It's good. Thank you. Right? It's kind of annoying, but they're working for tips in America, so that customer service and how well they're monitoring and making sure everyone's taken care of is paid back in tips, right? In Japan, do not tip. There's no tipping in Japanese. And better than that, they got it figured out. They're not over there wasting their time asking everyone with their mouths full if they're having a good time or if it tastes okay. They're just responding to the one table that is pushing the button that needs help. So you're ready to order. Most likely, if you're placing in Japan, boop, you push the button. They're coming over and they're ready, right? So how do you order? Well, there's all different types of curry. Most people are going to order chicken cutlet curry. That's the one I hear a lot of other Americans order. It's really delicious. My favorite is tonkatsu curry, which is like a handmade fried like pork, and it's really delicious. So you might want to try tonkatsu. But I'm going to use chicken katsu curry because everyone orders chicken katsu. So that's how you're going to start off. Guess how you say chicken? Well, niwatori or toriniku is the Japanese form. But when you're ordering curry, it's even easier. It's chicken. Chicken curry. So usually you say kind of like this. I'm going to spell it like it sounds. Chicken kare. And if you watch my last video in the counters, how do you order for something? For one, remember, hitotsu, futatsu, mitsu, yotsu, tsutsu. Well, you're probably just ordering one at a time. So, chicken kare wo hitotsu. Chicken kare wo hitotsu. You can say onegai shimasu. It's very polite. It's kind of like saying please. Chicken kare wo hitotsu onegai shimasu. But we don't just want curry. And plus, there's a lot of other components to ordering curry at CoCo's. You're going to want to say how much rice that you're going to have. You want to say the spice level. If you want to make toppings on there. That's pretty easy too. So I'm going to take away wo hitotsu onegai shimasu. So we have room for everything else. Chicken kare o hitotsu onegai shimasu. First, we'll start with the rice, right? Usually, you don't have to say gohan or rice. It's just implied when you say how many grams that you want. Normally, I think the normal one is 300, but there's 200, 300, 400. These are grams of rice. So usually I get 200 grams. I can't eat a lot. So this one you say, 200gram. That's how you say gram in Japanese, gram. So 200 gram. 300 gram. 400 gram. So we say chicken curry を一つお願いします。200 gram. Boom. We're ready to move on to the next one. I'm going to leave that 200 gram up there for you. Boop, 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 boop. And we are on our road to deliciousness. All right, so we said how many grams it is, but now I want to know how spicy it's going to be, right? And there's so many variations. Well, there's 10, and then there's no spice, sweet, level spice. But we're going to be daring, right? And I'm going to say we can have it 6. And then for spice is karai. But when you're ordering the spice level, you say 6 kara, 5 kara, 4 kara, 7 kara. So this is where you're going to have to know the general numbers. Remember I told you last video that you almost never use it? Well, use it in phone numbers. Use it for the instance of ordering a spice level as well. So we'll go with 6 kara. Or most people I know like 5 or less. So we'll go with 5 kara, which is 5. But you just say the normal number. 1 から2から3から4から5から6から7から8から9から10から。Too spicy! But we'll go with that. So we're going to have chicken curry. 一つお願いします。200 gram. 5 kara. And last thing, you probably want cheese or any other type of topping. You say topping. I know, sounds a lot like English, right? Well, it does. A lot of times on menus and stuff, they'll use the English type of the word anyway. So topping wa. Topping wa. We love cheeseburgers, so we're going to have some cheese. Cheese. Boom. Chicken curry を一つお願いします。200 gram. 5 kara. Topping wa cheese. Then finally, when you're ready to say that's all you want, well, we'll say それが or は forget それが how do I do it in English? 以上それは以上でお願いします。Running out of space. So, チキンカレーを一つお願いします。200 gram. 5からトッピングはチーズ。それが以上でお願いします。それが以上。So, それ, there's これ, それ, and あれ, which means that. But how you say that depends on where it is. So this is a Coke that I'm drinking, cherry Coke. It's absolutely delicious, right? For me, it's Kore. And how I remember that is because my name's Cody. If I'm holding it, it's near me. It's Cody, it's Kore. If your name doesn't start with a C, you're just going to have to think of something else to say. It's cool because I'm cool. So Kore, because cool, I'm cool, right? Sore, I think of talking to someone who has, it's you. So it's the person where the object is. So this is near you right now. And I think of someone whose name starts with an S, like Sarah or Sakura or something like that. Sore. Sore wa Coke desu. Kore wa Coke desu. And then if it's away from both of us, how you say that is are. And I always think if it's far away, it's in the air. Are. Are wa Coke desu. Kore wa Coke desu. Sore wa Coke desu. Oishii no Koku desu. Getting weird. So, because we're talking to the waiter or the waitress, whoever's taking our order, we say, それが以上でお願いします。それが以上でお願いします。I'll write it there for you. I feel bad about putting dots. And I can fit it just barely. Okay, chicken kare o itotsu, 200g, 200 grams of rice. Go kara, 5th spice level. You want to get crazy? Do nana kara, right? Topping wa cheese. それが以上でお願いします. All right, so we've ordered our food. It's there, it's delicious. And now we're ready to leave. Actually, before we eat it, we're going to say grace. You can. You know, it's up to you. But in Japan, grace is very easy to say. And it is before you eat anything, or even before I drink something, someone gives me something, I want to say thank you for it. Itadakimasu. Now, I taught my mother this a long time ago. And how she remembered it is that same associative learning method, right? Itadakimasu. I said, Mom, she kept messing up. I said, Mom, I'm going to teach you how to learn it pretty easy, right? Have you ever been so hungry you can eat a cow? You've heard this before. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. It's a saying in English. Well, I think of in Japan, they're so hungry they can eat a duck. Eat a duck, I must. Itadakimasu. It sounds like you're saying it fast. Eat a duck, I must. And even now, my mom, she always remembers it. She's like, I know Japanese. Eat a duck, I must. So, however you remember is how you remember it. But itadakimasu before you start eating a meal is very polite. And it's actually considered sometimes rude if you don't say that before. Like you just start digging in. So make sure you're saying itadakimasu before you eat. And then when you're done with it, done with your food, gochi so sama desu. You can say desu. You don't have to say desu. But gochi so sama. I don't know a good way to remember that. Just write it down and practice using it. Remember that top bun of the cheeseburger? You keep using it. You're going to keep remembering it. So when I start eating, itadakimasu. When I'm done eating, gochi so sama desu. Boom. Now we're ready to pay. So usually they leave you a button there at CoCo's. So this isn't for CoCo's. They'll just leave you. They'll leave you a little receipt inside of a tube. You just bring it to the counter. But sometimes they won't do that, and you'll have to actually ask for the check, especially if you're at like a sit-down bar area or something where you're kind of running a tab. So you ask for okanjo onegai shimasu, okanjo wo, and then always onegai shimasu. We're hearing that a lot, right? It's like please. Right, very, very formal. It's good. It's good to say. Okanjo onegai shimasu. Okanjo onegai shimasu. Right? Someone I was hanging out with before used to try to say, you gotta say oaiso. It's more respectful. But we asked 3 different people, and all of them were like, no, it's kind of weird to say oaiso. But I've heard it inside of dramas, so I really don't know. You can say oaiso, but this is more common. Okanjo. Okanjo onegai shimasu. Now you have your okanjo. What do you do with your okanjo? We're gonna go to the kaike. Kaike, just the register. And that's where you're gonna pay for your meal. Sometimes when I'm paying for the meal, especially if it's like a smaller place where they definitely had a hand in making it, right? If they are Mojo Jojo themselves, right? A bar owner who's making the food, I definitely want to tell them, "Gochusou-sama deshita," which is the past tense of des. Or you can just say, "Oh, gochusou-sama desu," right? Because I want to show respect for them. They made that meal. It's absolutely delicious, and I want to tell them that they're doing a great job at cooking and making that food. All right. So I'll roll through it one more time, okay? Just so it's rolling through in your head. So we roll up. Oh, hitori desu. Oh, that's sad. I'm by myself. Well, it is what it is. I'm gonna be able to eat my food in peace, right? Hitori desu. tenai desu. I want to eat in the store. Okay. Bing bing. Now they come in. Say, oh, chicken katsu curry を一つお願いします。300g で5からトッピングがチーズ。それが以上でお願いします。You know what I said? I want a cheese, 300 grams. I think I got 5 level spice and a chicken katsu curry, right? But I implore you to try this stuff. It's amazing and comes with a special sauce. Tonkatsu curry. So next time you go there, be daring. Try this stuff out. And they'll give you some black like syrup sauce. I don't even know what it is, but it's really good on top of it. That's pretty much it. So, ごちそうさまでした. Saint Peace out.